Welcome to what is hopefully the first of many lessons about the history, culture, biology, and his nuts and what's nots about the Time Lords and Gallifrey. Because I know every Doctor Who fan always they sit there and they watch this show and they think to themselves, oh, hints and bits, nuts, and what's of their planet and the race of Time Lords. And so let's just take a moment and look at the planet itself. So there it is. That's Gallifrey. Well, a picture I found online of Gallifrey. I think it's really cool. I mean, it obviously isn't fitting the full screen. It's got those black lines on either side. I don't really particularly care for that, but I'm gonna go with what we got because I'm using a program that I never really used before because most editing anyway. So Gallifrey, it's a home world of the Time Lords. If you're a new watcher to Doctor Who, you've never seen an episode where they're on Gallifrey. I mean, the Doctor mentions Gallifrey in quite a number of episodes. One particularly, the Sound of Drums and the Last of the Time Lords. I know a lot of people pull what they view or think of Gallifrey from those two episodes, and of course the End of Time, when it has the Time Lords come back for a brief period during the Part 2 episode. So it's characteristically, it's a reddish orange planet. There's a reason that it's that color, and I'll go into that in another video when I go into talking about that. But it's near the galactic center. Here, let me pull that up. Okay, so first bulletin we have here is Gallifrey is commonly referred to in the 7th system at the heart of the home constellation. Now, when we refer to a Gallifrey constellation, we have to remember that it refers to the elements of time, relativity, and location. That kind of makes sense and it kind of doesn't. You really have to take a moment and sit and really think about it. So there's a particular episode of the new series, if you're a new watcher of Doctor Who, where the Doctor mentions the constellation of Castoboris, and that's really where Gallifrey is located. And the Castoboris constellation is located in this area of the Milky Way galaxy that would be commonly referred to in the real world here as this constellation of Sagittarius, which is, I think, kind of cool, because if you go up and you look in the wintertime, if you're in the northern hemisphere and you look up at the constellation of Sagittarius, you can think to yourself, oh, that's where Castoboris is, and Gallifrey would be up there somewhere if we lived in the world of Doctor Who. Anyway, so Gallifrey is approximately about 30,000 light years from Earth during the era of Rassilon, which is a period of time right when the Time Lords became Time Lords and gained the ability to travel through time and space. Well, not so much space, but time. But by the time humans became what we are right now, it's about 250 million light years away. I think I got that right. Yeah, 250 million light years away. Yeah, and its binary coordinates are 10, 0, 11, 0, 0 by 2 from the galactic center. The Doctor refers to that in the episode "The Voyage of the Damned." If you remember that. Now, when we look at the system that Gallifrey sits in the constellation of Castoboris, its sun has no particular name, at least not that I've ever come across. It isn't mentioned, but it is a yellow dwarf star, which over a period of time has been re-engineered by Gallifrey's solar engineers to keep it in the main stage of its burning period so that it never really goes out. And then during a period in, I want to say, it's not early Gallifrey history, but it's early Time Lord history when Omega was still around. If you know or have heard of Omega, he created a second sun in which he added to Gallifrey's system, mostly around Gallifrey to protect them from a race called the vampires, which is referred to and talked about in the classic series. I'm gonna go more about what they were going with, and I'll touch back on who Omega is if you don't know who he is. Interestingly enough, in Gallifrey's system, there's 6 planets, and there's Gallifrey and Karn, Polarfrey. There's a planet called Castaboris. There's the Fibster, which is an asteroid, and another planet which isn't named per se, but it's probably the planet of Deimos, if you remember from the episode from the 3rd Doctor where they were in Devil's End. The Daemons. Yeah. Now, really quick, here's a picture from the episode End of Time, Part 2, where Gallifrey returns to the universe from its time lock. And as it's sitting here next to Earth, you can see that it is roughly 3 times the size of Earth, despite that the gravity, orbital radius, and star type pressure, temperature, and oxygen levels are about the same as Earth. So you're looking at a planet that's about 3 times the size of Earth, but is pretty much the same. And another interesting fact, really quick, about Gallifrey is that it has more than 24 seasons. Now, if you know or have heard anything about Gallifrey is a pretty dry desert planet, and because of this, a lot of people, or a lot of Gallifreyans, will claim that Gallifrey has no seasons, though it actually does have 24 distinct different seasons, which I will go into again in a later video because I don't want to make this one too long. But so I feel like I was gonna finish off with something, but I can't quite remember what I was gonna do. So for the time being, that is all I have right now. If I started to say something but didn't finish on anything, please feel free to comment or send an email to gallifreyprofessor@gmail.com, or you can also go to a Facebook that I created, which will be in the description below, and I'll also put it up really quick right here. Just type that into the Facebook search bar, and you should be able to find it. I'm pretty sure I'm the only one with that name on Facebook. I'm sorry I can't pronounce it at the moment. I'm going to try and work together a pronunciation for you guys if you're interested. I hope that this is an interesting start to hopefully a good set of Gallifrey and Time Lord history and other important fun facts. Any questions, comments, concerns, anything that you want to add that I might have missed or will miss, something that you want me to talk about in particular. I know this is the first little video, so I guess there isn't too much that I haven't talked about already. So hopefully I'll have another video out within the next week or so. And so thanks again for watching. Hope to see you again sometime in the next week. About the intro video I did, I'm hoping that it was interesting enough. I know it was really short and really pretty crummy. I mean, I really put it together in less than an hour because I thought to myself, I was working on this one, and I just made that one real quick, so sorry about the 2-minute long thing. I only tried to make it 30 seconds, but I kind of screwed up in the haste to just kind of get